I said to Leah, she's like, I can't get in there. She's like, oh, I said, I'm not on the list. And I just gave her a look. And she's like, who are you? Why did you? I said, her name
Why were parents making jokes about? I mean, they're not wrong. They're not wrong. You shouldn't be playing both.
That was wet. I'm glad they put that down.
Like, I get it. You want to do the worst game of the season all by six.
Oh, I can't be by.
Varsity football playoffs right here in the Jamestown. We're taking on another 5-0 team in the Williamsville South Phillies right here at Strider Field in Jamestown, New York. Once again, this time along with Frank Wolf.
Number 6, Andy Sarah. And number 11, I like the Rojas.
Let's go, Six! I was tired. Really
The Boston Phillies. Number 7, Matt Warriors.
I was really tired. You should have worked tomorrow.
Joining us here on the live stream, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, our homepage. Thank you very much. And we're off now. Take it away, baby.
Yeah, here comes the kickoff, and that's a beauty. It's going to go right to, looks like it's Butera. No, it's Rojas. It takes it to the 25. It's a mile to the 30. He's second around the 52-yard line, so pretty good position there. Jamestown won the coin toss and wanted the ball first.
Tough break. As they will be without Damari Jones. Top running backs in the league, really the top end.
One spotted on the 32-yard line. First and 10, Red Raiders.
Obviously, his football season ends on the September shoulder, I'm told, before the game. But he's out on the sidelines, cheering up his teammates, and we're ready to go. He's going to be a great teammate today. Only wish he could be out there with his fellow Red Raiders today. I mean, this is a high-powered offense with or without him. Butera, Drake, Rojas.
Markel Carter did ball off the bench, scored a touchdown last week. Jones early in the first quarter. Drake it's a give to Butera, and he'll get it to around the 35-yard line. Two scholarship offers already. He's only a junior. UConn and Yale.
In the last few months here is
second down and 6.
where he's going to end up after his senior season. But right now, he's focused on this game.
Let's go, Raiders!
Here comes a 4-wide set for Jamestown. Drake will take the snap, roll to the right. He wants to throw. He'll shoot it down the right side of the field, and that's incomplete. Intended for Chris Navarro, but he couldn't quite get a hold of the ball.
Good pass to Chase for number 4, Chris Navarro.
Jamestown scores a lot of points, and they score a lot of points in the first half. They want to get off to a quick start. They want to score early and keep Williamsville South on their toes all day. They don't want to get into a hole. They want to take any confidence that Will South had heading into this evening. They want to take it away right now.
Well, here comes a 3rd down and 6 at the 36-yard line, and Jamestown really came able to convert this, and they're going to stick to their usual 4-wide set with Butera in the back. Won't be surprised if we see Carter in there a little bit too, but here comes the snap. It's given to Butera. It's a reverse. That's reversing the bar, makes a man miss, gets it back to the 30, and he'll be tackled. He'll be nailed if he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Great defense by the Billies there on 3rd down. It's going to bring up
The ball carrier.
the Red Raiders, and if you're the Billies, that's the kind
Making
of
a
start
stop
you
for
want.
Will South, number 14, Brooke Johnson.
Offensive team in Western New York.
They'll be in on the play.
Got it done on 3rd down.
The punt formation for Jamestown, number 11, has Rojas. The team for Will South, number 3, Jeremy McQueen.
He's had an exceptional season today.
And Rojas, the punt, he's got the lead foot. He can boom that ball. Let's see what he does here. And that's another beauty. That's a high knuckle in the air, and Matsuko Rising just let the ball roll.
Ball is down by Jamestown for the 3 to Ty Grant.
The linesman, Jerry Johnson, in the back, Bill Peruti. Those the officials for tonight's game here at Stripe Field as civilians will get
Ball's
this
being
one.
spotted on the low side, 23-yard line. First and 10, Philly.
It's senior night here in Jamestown. We're honoring all the seniors. It's a little passing.
That's what they're expecting. That's what they're expecting.
Go defense!
And that first play in the ball, never win.
Here come the Bills, their first offensive possession of the game.
Jonathan Clifford, the quarterback.
Go defense!
Good job, Caroline.
Okay, man.
Alright, now we gotta really play against this team.
Shot by Jamestown, number 34. Trying on Lee. Run is good for Will South first down.
Stewart's a great guy. 32 carries this year for 400 plus yards.
Let's go, Raiders! Defense!
That's beyond impressive. And that run was an 11-yard gain, more than enough for the first down as we hit 2 minutes played in the first. Shotgun formation, the trips left, and it's going to be a handoff to Dewar. And Dewar about the 36, so it'll be about a 2-yard gain on that play. It's going to be a second down and 8.
Stewart's, I believe he's a 5'10"
Heidi, what grade is your son in?
who's listed as a running back, wide receiver.
Dewar on the carry. On the stop to Jamestown, number 22. He's got all the things. Gain of 2 on the play. Second down on the 8.
South yesterday and talked to Coach Craig Krzansky. He's got an excellent relationship with head coach Tom Lane.
Go defense! Let's go!
Let's go! Once again, the shotgun formation. Pass to the right side, that's caught. And
You didn't get the first down.
ball is caught by
Clifford pass to Pete to number 14, Griff Jackson.
Junior on the team, the wide receiver.
Cameron Mays on the stop.
Yesterday, after practice.
Come on, D! Go defense!
Gain of 6 on the play. Third down and 1.
I saw Will South on film quite a bit this year. Look what they did against Sweet Home. You know, and again, here we are. First possession of the game. It's a 90-mile drive. We talk about that each and every time we come down here. If you're intimidated with a young team, there's a good mix here. Young and experienced players. We really are. First
Go
time
defense! Let's go! Come on, defense!
Let's see what they do here. Here's the snap.
Number 47. Red Hill Johnson. First and 10, Red Raiders.
for a big football game.
See what Jamestown does. Let's go. To take a shot to the end zone right away. But here we go. First down and 10. The 42-yard line. Here's the snap. And it's a give to Butera. It's through the
They called what? Oh, yes. Oh, see,
Earlier indication of a horsepower penalty against Will South.
yeah.
Let's go, Raiders!
Yeah, well, it's also going to be after this is long because of the horsepower. So probably it's going to be the 3-yard line. It's going to be first down and goal. Carter coming
Ball being spotted on the 3-yard line. First and goal is Jamestown.
touchdowns against West Seneca West. First and goal.
Let's go, Raiders!
Drake with the snap.
Let's go, Jake!
On to the conversion. Number 24, Ella Prophet.
Let's go, Ella!
snap, drink with the put down, Providence.
And the extra point is good. 7:51 left in the first quarter. Your score, Jamestown 7.
Out of that, boy.
0.
Let's go defense!
Ready to get back on the field as the Bills are already getting out there. They had a bit of a drive going, but the fumble on 3rd and 1, which was a Jamestown touchdown, as England gets them ready to go for kicking the ball off. Once again,
Chairman Loser! Let's go defense! Chairman Loser!
Guy for the kickoffs this game, 2-2, number 17, Keith Miller.
How are you?
I believe he gave someone Jamestown reeled in
I know.
earlier this week.
I went live twice now. It's all right. Everyone knows we're here.
He'll be the one doing the kickoff for the Red Raiders.
There is Zach Rutten. Keen at the ball for Jamestown. Number 11, Elijah Rojas.
Deep men for the Billies are Jeremy McTeague and Christian Dewar. Miller was really good kicking off in the warm-ups. Let's see how he does here. And it's going to be a feature.
Get a ball.
Fielding around the 25. Of Red Raider defenders, but it's going to be excellent field position for the Billies as they'll get ready for their second offensive possession of the game. Ball spotted at the 38-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10. And the Billies break the huddle. Jamestown with 3 down linemen. And here comes Clifford in shotgun formation. Manson in motion, and it's a jet sweep. And trying to get away from a defender, tackled way behind the line. That was Markel Carter with the tackle. The run was by Graves, and he got stopped way behind the line of scrimmage. Looked like at least a loss of 3 yards on that play.
Yeah, sorry about the audio there, folks. I believe we got it worked out now. So thank you very much to those on Facebook and my texting me that you couldn't hear us. So thank God it's working again. We are here at Strider Field. Norm Rodriguez, Frank Wolf, Jeremy Becker producing, Sean Kilmartin on the camera.
And that play resulted in an 11-yard loss. Sorry to cut you off there, Frank. That reverse that went awry, but here comes a trips right, one receiver to the left. And the Billies will have to throw it here on this down. Here's the snap. And Clifford wants to go to the air. He'll roll to the right, but he gets sacked right away. And it looks like it was Anderson that got to him, the player that recovered the fumble for Jamestown on their last offensive possession for the Billies.
So Jamestown, things are going their way again. It's what we thought. I mean, that first drive that they had, Will South forced them into a 3-and-out. Great job by the defense, but they just couldn't do anything offensively. It looked like they started to. They had that 3rd and 1, fumbled on 3rd down. Jamestown scores on the very next possession. They had a short field to work with, and now look what the Red Raiders are doing to this young. I still think it's a pretty young Billies offense. But if they catch lightning in a bottle, they're very dangerous. So,
and that sack resulted in a 6-yard loss. And 3rd and 27, the motion man right there is Dewar, and Clifford wants to throw. He's going for Dewar. It's caught, and incomplete. Wasn't able to hold on as he took that hit, and that was a big hit.
It certainly was, but it was definitely a catchable ball. Great defense there to Jamestown to pop that receiver. But that's what you need. You need at least that quarterback to get the ball out of his hands into his receiver. They are going to mark him down. They are going to call that a complete. They are going to rule it. I thought it was a catch, Norm.
Well, he did get both feet down. That's what. If you at least have 1 foot down in high school and college, you're going to be ruled a catch as long as you complete that process.
So that's huge. But again, Will South, we haven't even touched on this yet, but they don't really punt the ball.
I can see that right here.
I'm not surprised they're going for it. This is what they do.
Personally, I'd like this decision. You're down 7-0 early as they call timeout. You don't want to risk that deficit to grow even bigger. because with a team like Jamestown, once it gets big, it's almost to the point of no return.
But do you want to play Jamestown and constantly give them great field position? Look what they did on their very first run inside the 40. Butera takes it all the way down inside the 10. They tack on another half the distance call, and then they're in the end zone to play later. You do not want to give Jamestown a short field. Make them earn it. If you're Will South, make them earn it. I know this team doesn't normally punt. They're already trailing by 7, 6 minutes into the first quarter. To me, you got to play the field position. You got to play that field strategy, but I don't think they'll do it. I think they're going to go for it. That's okay. That's what they do.
That's the other end of the double-edged sword.
They thrive on this kind of thing. This is what they thrive on. This is what they do. So Butera is just shy of 50 yards already.
We're getting that from our guy, Jeremy Becker.
He's keeping stats for us. He's going to keep us on our toes.
The wrath of the stat man. But here we go, 4th and 12. Let's see if they do go for it or try to make Jamestown jump to shorten the length. And they're going for it, and it's going to be a fake reverse, and Clifford wants to shoot it down the field, and it looked like that was caught. No, referee indicating he was out of bounds. A great effort, but couldn't stay in.
So now you see that Will South can throw the ball. They can throw the ball. They can throw on this defense. They've just showed you that 2 straight plays. Obviously incomplete. It was too close to the line, but it's still a great throw out of the quarterback's hands. They will turn the ball over. Jamestown's going to take over again. Excellent field position, and we'll have to see if the Red Raiders can turn this into 6, 7, 8 more points. We'll have to wait and see. I saw the field goal kicker before the game doing her thing. She's pretty accurate, especially on extra points. She can kick the ball. Ella Profiter, Francis Beck did a story on her recently. I know Jenna Caleri from Channel 7 did a nice piece on her as well. And if you're watching, listening, wherever you are, thank you very much. I know we got a good friend in Dunkirk listening to us. Thank you very much. Wherever you are, thank you for watching today on Facebook or YouTube.
And here's Butera once again, and he'll cut it into the 30, and he'll get tackled at around the 26-yard line, so he breaks the 50-yard mark in only the first quarter. And I believe he got enough for the first down.
Yeah, they are going to...
Looks like they're going to measure here. Or maybe not. Referee's indicating a first down. So 26-yard line, they're nearing that red zone once again. And the ref says, let that clock get to rolling. And Drake with a 2-back set with 3 wides. And it's going to be a give. And it's Butera once again. He'll cross the 20. And he gets pushed forward to around the 18-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 2, maybe 3 at the most.
The Billies have not been in the postseason since 2016. This is their first appearance in 5 years. You guys do the math. 5 years?
5 years.
Jamestown is a perennial postseason team year in, year out. You know, whether they were playing AA or A this year, this Jamestown team was definitely heading into the postseason. We all knew that. They're just too strong, too good, too much talent. The coaching staff.
And a give on Butera in the counter, and he breaks a couple tackles and gets it to around the 5. So a fake to Carter and a give to Butera on the counter play. So it's going to be 1st and goal once again.
Not a nice pickup there by Butera, but Will South's doing something a little bit better right now than they did on that second Jamestown drive. They're tackling. They're holding on to him, and as soon as they get a body to Butera, the rest of them are coming in and wrestling him down. He's still picking up good positive yardage, but they're starting to tackle a little bit better here.
It's a give to Butera again. Breaks one tackle, breaks another. Second touchdown in the game for Butera.
Just
8 touchdowns in the last 3 games for Butera. That'll extend the lead to 13-0 with 4:33 left in the first as Prefer gets ready to kick another PAT.
Just as I said that, Butera goes off for another 6 points, and that's why he's up for Player of the Year, Norm. Really no question about it. When you talk about the skill set, Butera, what he's been able to accomplish this year, he's definitely up for Player of the Year. I talked to my good buddy Miguel Rodriguez from the Buffalo News before this game. We were just shooting the you-know-what, and he's at OP tonight. He didn't tell me Butera was his Player of the Year. We just talked about a number of players.
Snap, and that kick was nearly blocked, but it goes through. That was almost blocked by Graves, but Profit is able to squeeze it in. It's 14-0 with 4:33 left in the first as they get ready to kick it off to the Billies again.
So maybe we'll take a quick little break here, get a little commercial in. We'll be back after a word from one of our sponsors.
I love being home.
We realize now more than ever is the perfect time to have the perfect house. We're confident we'll find your dream home. Howard Hanna. Home happy.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, You calling the wolf. That's all you had to say. Call today.
And we are about to get back into action here at Strider Field between the Jamestown Red Raiders and the Williamsville South Billies right here on WNY Athletics as Miller gets ready to kick the ball off once again to the Billies. Looks like he wants to either get another ball or come up with a scheme or something.
And this is a Class A1 division winner, Jamestown against the Class A2 second place team, Williamsville South. South Park won A2. They're hosting Grand Island out at All High, and that's where Stu Boyer and Tom Prince are tonight.
Well, here comes the kickoff by Miller, putting the toe to the leather, and that kick's a beauty. And that's going to be fielded by Matute, and he'll swing it to the right side, cuts it back to the middle, and he's got a gap right here, and he makes another man miss. He gets tackled near the 40-yard line, so a very nice return there by Jeremy Matute.
Yeah, he's no stranger to a football field. He's another very, very dangerous individual with a football in his hands, especially when he gets some open space. Very tough guy to bring down. Matute, he gets it done on both ends of the field, too. He's not just a running back or a defensive player. He does very well. And whenever that ball's in his hand, he's a threat. He's got 2 touchdown catches this year already. Caught 16 catches for 220 yards.
So that's nearly 14 yards a catch.
You're excellent in
Here's
that
a,
guy.
Here's a snap, and it's a handoff to Dewar, and Dewar makes a man miss, and he nearly broke that. If he would have stayed in bounds, he could have tight-roped that to the end zone.
He's definitely got some speed. He can get to the edge awful quick, and that's could present some problems. It already really has. I mean, he has done a pretty good job getting to the edge already in this game. They haven't really moved the chains too much yet, but he has shown that he can get to the outside. And, Williamsville South, I like what they're doing here. I like they're mixing it up, passing, running.
You always have to try to mix it up, and that one resulted in a 5-yard gain for Dewar. Here comes a 2nd and 5 with Clifford about ready to take the shotgun snap, and he wants to throw for it. And it's too high. That was intended for Brett Johnson, who caught a pass earlier in the game from Clifford. It's going to be 3rd and 5.
Good coverage there by Cameron Mays. I don't believe there's a relation to Willie, but if so, power to him, man.
Speaking of that, Willie Mays just turned 90 the other day.
He did. That's why I brought that up, Norm, because I know you're a baseball guy, and I knew you were going to pick up on that. Got some other references later in the game I'm going to throw you. This is going to be like a game of Jeopardy.
They'll probably get most of them right. I won't say all. I'm not going to toot my horn like that. No one's right all the time, but here we go. 3rd and 5, shotgun formation. Clifford getting ready to take the snap, and I say go to the air again. Here's a snap. It's going to be a give to Dewar. Breaks the tackle, gets a 1st down more, crosses Jamestown territory, and he'll get down at around the 47. We got a flag on the play, too.
I think it was a face mask, Norm. I just noticed the way that his head snapped back. It looked like it could have been a face mask. We'll have to wait and see what the call is on the field. But I like what Williamsville South's doing. They're running the ball effectively right now, and what does that do? Keeps the Jamestown offense off the field.
And you were correct with that. That was a face mask, so the 15 will be tacked on after the run. They're going to be deep in Jamestown territory.
They haven't been there yet today, but now's as good a time as any if you're Williamsville South. Not only do you get into Jamestown territory, but with the penalty, look at how far they are. Now they're very deep. They're inside the 35. Jeremy's giving me the fingers.
It's going to be at the 33-yard line with a little over 4 minutes left in the first.
He's been yelling at me ever since I started talking to him today. I was supposed to PayPal him earlier for something, and I forgot.
Well, we all get paid either way, so no, we're not complaining. But here we go. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line as Clifford fakes, and it's a reverse to Dewar. But he gets met right away by Carter. That's going to be about a 5, maybe a 6-yard loss.
Something happened on the far side of the field. It looked to me like some roughing was going on, but no flag. They're letting that go, whatever that was. But Jamestown snuffed that out. They've seen that on film. They knew it was coming. They were ready for it.
And it goes in the books as a 4-yard loss. It's going to be 2nd and 14. We're about to hit. We're 3 1/4, 3:15 left in the first.
14-0 so far. Jamestown so far in control. But the Billies showing some life on offense here.
And Jamestown, the team that had only allowed one opponent to score double-digit points now is Kenmore West. And here's the shotgun snap to Clifford. It's a give. And this time the handoff is to Maher, one of the captains.
It's number 25.
Got it to around the 33.
Yeah, Maher, 13 carries, 45 yards, found the end zone twice. His longest rush of the year was for 19 yards. He's averaging over 3.5 yards per carry.
He did get it back to the line of scrimmage, so it will be 3rd down and 10. And this will definitely be 4-down territory for the Billies.
Sounds like you could be a coach.
Maybe I could, maybe I couldn't. Well, nonetheless, 33-yard line, 3rd down and 10. Clifford about to take the shotgun snap, and it's going to be a flip. Oh, trickeration, a pass down the field, and it is caught to the 5 and tackled at around the 3-yard lines. Max Graves, a backwards pass to PJ Tasca, was able to get some space and throw that ball down the field.
I mean, that clearly was a duck. There was a Hail Mary type pass, almost like a punt situation, if you want to call it that. A player fell down from Jamestown, and that's why 10 was open. He had to come back to the ball, made a good break to get back to it, but he had some luck with the player falling down in front of him. And now Williamsville South threatening to score here. It's 1st and 5.
35-yard game, the pass, and had that ball not have been underthrown, Graves would have been walking in the end zone. But here we go. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Clifford in shotgun formation. Sends Dewar in motion. And it's a fake and a quarterback keep. And pounds it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's going to make it 14-6 with 1:36 left in the first. So the Billies cut the deficit down a little bit at a time.
He tucked his head, Norm, got low, and smashed into those linebackers, and he drove into the end zone. Powerful run there by Williamsville South. It's a 14-6 football game.
That's like Mike Allstott at the goal line when he played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You gave him the ball inside the 5, he'd pound the rock in the end zone.
He got real low there. That's exactly what you want to tell your running backs to do. And he got into the end zone. And
Voyer about to kick the PAT for the Billies. Here's the put down and the kick. And that was all partially deflected, but it still goes in. And it's now a double up for the Red Raiders as they're up 14-7 with 1:36 left in the first.
So for Williamsville South, that was a very impressive drive. Anyway, you slice it, mixed it up with the pass, the run, a little bit of trickery, and they find themselves in the end zone, 14-7, Norm. We'll take a little bit of a break here in just a second. Jeremy's working overtime over there with that OBS tonight. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching it.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
And we're about to get back into action here at Strider Field between the Jamestown Red Raiders and the Williamsville South Billies right here on WNY Athletics. The deep men for the Red Raiders are Jalen Butera and Elijah Rojas, and Voyer will be kicking it off. I'm not too sure. You might know this, Frank. Does Williamsville South try surprise onside kicks or squibbers?
I don't know any team that really doesn't, but I don't know if this is the time and place for it, but who knows?
And hits a deep kick, and that's a nice one. It's going to go right to Rojas at around the 16. He'll try to swing it to the middle to the 25. Tries to swing it to the right end of the field, gets to the 30, and brought out of bounds around the 37. 2 flags thrown in the play, and maybe a block in the back on the return. That's one of the most common penalties on a kickoff return. But we'll see what the referee says. It's going to be a holding on the return team, so it's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the return.
Yeah, so, wow. Good news for the Billies there as they've got a little bit of momentum, I would have to say, right about now. Norm, we'll see if they can play some good defense here. That's what it's all about right now. Can they play big-time defense like they did on that first drive? They forced them into a 3-and-out, right about the same place on the field here.
It's going to be a first down at the 25. And Drake in shotgun. Snap, it's going to be a toss to Butera. Butera cuts to the middle, and he'll get tackled at around the 27-yard line. It'll be about a 2-yard gain.
Why don't we meet the coaching staff for Williamsville South? Craig Kurzansky, Chris Glenn, Chris Heim, Kevin Lester Jr., Pat Varaca, Chris Murphy, Paul Pignataro, David Bubar, Chris Hexamer, Jake Huber, Luke Falzone, and Chris Tadeswell. The athletic director is Adam Erickson. The district athletic director is Chris Muchika.
We just hit under 1 minute left in the first. 1 yard gain on the run. A trips left. One receiver right, and it's a fake give, and it's going to be a screen to Rojas. And lost the ball. Oh, no, referee's going to rule it incomplete.
Wow, huge break for Jamestown there. I
Yes.
thought that was a catch. He got popped. Two players really got popped, the receiver and then the blocker. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that was just two big pops in a row. I thought that was a fumble.
I thought Rojas had
Jamestown's
the
getting
feet
lucky
down.
there.
It looked like he had the feet down, but the referees have the better view than we
They
do.
Much better view than we do, so I'll defer to them every day, all day long. We'll meet the Jamestown coaching staff right after this play. 42 seconds left in the quarter.
It's going to be 3rd and 9 to 26, a 4-wide set. Butera wants to throw it in the flat over to Butera. He'll cross the 30. He'll be tackled at the 30, so he'll be about 5 yards shy of the first down.
The head coach for Jamestown, you know him well, Tom Langworthy. The assistants, Ryan Kelkins, Richie Jolie, Dave Manella, Josh Melquist, Peyton Olson, and Jake Sisson. Everybody knows Jake Sisson in these parts. They have a character coach, Eric Davis. The athletic trainer is Kerry Newman. Ben Drake is your athletic director.
And Jamestown getting ready to punt. Rojas, the punter. And the deep man. Oh, it was that's a fake. And that is Melendez, crosses midfield. It's Butera, makes another man miss. And he makes another miss. He's in the 20. And he breaks a tackle to the 10. And did he break the plane? I believe he did. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And that's how we end the first quarter on a fake. A 69-yard run by Butera, well over 100 yards. And it's 20-7, pending the extra point to make it 21.
Just a well-executed play there by Jamestown. They had everybody faked out, except for me. I saw it. But Rojas, what a sell job. What a sell job by the punter there. Rojas, he's just phenomenal. What an athlete Butera is. I mean, he took that thing, 80 yards, 60 yards?
69 yards.
My goodness, Butera having himself a day.
He's already got more than 120 yards from scrimmage, and we're about to get in the second quarter after this extra point.
So the momentum that Williamsville South had going for him, again, the defense gets the job done, but on special teams, they get caught there. And
it's slightly dissipated. But here's the extra point, and there's a whistle. Looked like one of the wingmen on the defense jumped off, and it's going to be offsides. It looked like Max Graves jumped a little too soon on the wing to try and block the PAT. He nearly blocked the last one, too.
Butera had to break at least 3 tackles to get into the end zone for Jamestown. He's down taking a knee right now, trying to catch his breath. But he's had one heck of a first quarter, scoring all 3. Did he score all 3 touchdowns?
Yes, he's got a hat trick.
He's got to have over 150 yards in this game already, all-purpose yards.
And the good thing for Jamestown is he's only a junior. He's got another year where he can play a full season, more than likely, and do even greater and bigger things number-wise.
Yeah, we've been saying for a while.
And it looks like they're going to go for 2 here. And Butera takes a direct snap, and he'll walk into the end zone. And so they choose to go for 2 inside the 2-yard line. And at the end of the first quarter, it'll be the Red Raiders 22 and the Williamsville South Billies 7. And we will take a short break, and we'll be right back after some words from our sponsors.
WNYathletics.com is the premier high school sports website in Western New York, providing the best sports coverage of Section 6 and Monsignor Martin leagues. Check out our page for daily game recaps and late-breaking sports news. Our online scoreboards are updated in real time. Never miss a goal or touchdown. Visit WNYathletics.com today or follow us on Twitter like.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you calling the Wolf. That's all you had to say. Call today.
And we're about to start the second quarter here at Strider Field with the Jamestown Red Raiders up against the Williamsville South Billies 22-7. And for any viewers that missed it, the last play before the end of the first quarter, a 69-yard touchdown by Jalen Butera on a well-executed fake punt. And that gave him more than 100 scrimmage yards in the first quarter, and we still got 3 more to go.
Yeah, this is going to be...
And we're hearing from Jeremy Becker, 152 scrimmage yards by Butera alone.
Okay. Well, I mean, we knew this was going to be tough going for anybody that comes down and faces this team in the playoffs. Will South, though, they're still a game team. They're not out of it by any stretch.
Too early for them to panic.
A couple of big plays. They've given up that one big run to Butera that, they had a short field to work with on their second possession. They got that off the fumble, right? Butera goes down, picks up 42 yards for the touchdown. A play later after they tacked on for the penalty, and then this special teams play here. So really, Will South's only given up two really big plays.
And they've also proven they can run some trickeration, too. They had that wide receiver pass that got them inside the 5-yard line. But here we go. It's going to be a kickoff by Jamestown. And here comes the boot by Miller, and it's a squibber to the right side, bounces at the 40, and it gets recovered. Looks like it was by John Maher, and reversing the field. But he gets stopped for negative yardage. He got tackled at the 30-yard line by a group of Jamestown defenders.
Great special teams play there. Kyler Nickerson, one of the first Jamestown Red Raiders to bring the return man down. It was a little bit of a squib kick. We've seen that kick quite a bit, Norm,
yes, we have.
by teams. They're just kicking into the second grouping of players there, and that's worked well. We've seen a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, ball be at the 32-yard line. And the one thing they do learn with those drills is if those up men field the ball, just go down.
See, Scott Kaneberg from the Post-Journal is here, taking in this game. I'm sure he's heading over to Clymer tomorrow to take in the CSP Southwestern game. That's going to be to me, that's the game of the year right there, baby.
Clifford will take the snap, and it's going to be a give to Dewar again, but he's stopped right away. Looked like he lost maybe 1 yard or two. Definitely got tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Jake Fyock and Tom Prince, along with Jeremy Beck, are actually heading over to Clymer tomorrow for that game. That'll be on WNYathletics.com, all our different platforms. As long as the Wi-Fi's working down there. We know it could be tough. It's a tough place to stream a game, but
it can be tricky.
We're going to put our best foot forward there, and hopefully we'll be able to bring that to you. Worst case scenario will be on tape delay on Sunday, but we'll give it the old school try, and then we're going to Portville on Sunday.
That should be interesting. It's going to be a 2nd down 11, a loss of a yard on that run. The motion man is Graves, and it's going to be a fake, and Clifford's going to keep it himself. He'll cross the 35. One of the guys to bring him down was Markel Carter. Got tackled at around the 37, maybe the 38-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and manageable for the Billies.
Yeah, this offense, there are a couple of things with this Billies team. A, they know they can move the ball. They know they can stop the Raiders on offense. They just have to put more of that together. They're not out of this by any stretch. Two-possession game. I mean, they could easily get back into this. They just got to continue stopping that Jamestown offense. No easy task, as we know. This is a team that scores 40, 50 points a game.
And it's going to be a 3rd down and 4, so that was a 7-yard gain on that play. 3rd down and very manageable for the Billies. It's going to be a trips right, one receiver to the left. And we have a whistle. It's going to be a timeout by the Billies with 10:14 left in the half. Jamestown up 22-7.
At Cairo First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Cairo First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Cairo First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Cairo First Wellness Center. Your health and well-being.
And we're about to get back into action here at Strider Field in Jamestown, New York. 3rd and 4 to 38 for the Williamsville South Billies, and we do have a quick update. Iroquois is up against Olean in a playoff game, 24-7 in the second quarter of that matchup, as the Billies will be in a trips right, and a receiver jumped early, and that's going to be on Graves. Miss Sun probably forgot the snap count, and that's going to make it now a 3rd and 9. They'll have to throw it here now.
Yeah, and I'm looking for another score here. Grand Island right now out in front. South Park 13-6. So, and again, I said this yesterday. We had that playoff preview show. South Park is just one of those teams that just starts slow.
Right.
Start slow, but they could pour it on whenever they feel like it. They're one of those teams that could just put a ton of points, just like Jamestown. That's how they're built, but they do start slow. But right now, Grand Island up front, 13-6. We thought it could be that type of game.
It's going to be 3rd down and 9 to 33. A trips right once again. Clifford takes a snap. He'll stay in the pocket, throws it to the right side of the field. Incomplete. It was intended for Graves, but the ball falls short of the mark. It's going to be 4th down and 9. And in this spot, you probably have to punt this away.
Yeah, I think this is a perfect time for that. So much time left on the clock in the half. You trail by 2 scores. Field possession type of game here. You just don't want to give Jamestown a short field, as dangerous they are. But again, it's a playoff game. You don't typically punt. You haven't really punted at all this year. It's not your style.
And it looks like they're going to go for it unless they'll have the quarterback pooch a punt.
We'll see that quite a bit too. Medina's out front of Eden 40-3 in that Class C game.
And it looks like they're going to punt the ball. Jamestown doesn't have a return guy. They may just let the ball go, and they drew an offsides, so it's going to make it 4th and 4. It's going to be 4th down and 4 to 38. Now with this, I'm thinking because the Billies tried this already, they may go for it again. Now it's 4th and 4 and not 4th and 9.
And the Strider faithful don't really like that call too much, do they, Norm?
No, they don't, but sometimes you can't have it your way.
There's only about 100 people here, with the whole COVID 2 per player type deal.
Correct.
But you can hear them. Doesn't sound like 1,000 people, but
it's better than nothing.
Better than nothing. And then that's a bit of an advantage, too, to the Billies. You come down here on a Friday night and you see these stands packed, that band, the marching band they have. No one else has a marching band like Jamestown, but they don't have that today.
Here we go. Empty backfield, 4th and 4. Quick pass and incomplete. It looked like that was either intended for Matu or Dewar, but the Billies turn it over on downs, and Jamestown once again with excellent field position.
Just a little bit poor communication, I think, there between the quarterback and his receivers. Didn't look like either receiver stopped or broke out of their route.
Yeah.
And the quarterback just let that go. So
he went a little rapid fire on the throw. I think he wanted to catch the defense off guard.
There was some pressure, too, coming from the left side. I think he felt that, and he got the ball quickly out of his hands. But we have a turnover on downs here. Yeah, again, that Medina team, they're up 40-3 right now. That's another game that's being shown on WNY Athletics.
What quarter's that game in?
Don't do me like that. I don't know.
Just a simple question.
Second quarter.
Well, here comes a 2-back set. It's a give on the counter to Butera, but he will get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to be no gain.
That's what you got to do if you're Williamsville South on 1st down. Stop them on the run. Very good job there by these Billies defense. And they've been pretty good today. I know they gave up a couple of big plays, but so far in this game, they've been okay.
And that resulted actually in a loss of a yard. So it's going to be 2nd and 11 at the 39. And it's going to be a 3-wide set, 2 backs. The backs are Carter and Butera.
Drake really hasn't thrown the ball too much.
He's only thrown it 2 times, but he wants number 3. He's in the pocket. He's going to shoot down the middle of the field, and it incomplete. Rojas was nearly able to get that in, and I think he wants an interference, but he's not going to get it.
He does, and I thought I let these refs call the game. That they see better than I do, but it looks like South got to him just a little bit before that ball did. I could see why Rojas is a little upset there.
But there's also such thing as let the players play,
and that's I'm a big fan of that.
And that ball to Rojas, that was catchable, and I thought he held on to that.
He just got popped just before the ball got there. He got popped, took him out of the concentration a little bit there.
Probably heard the footsteps coming.
He doesn't drop too many passes.
Nothing's perfect.
But Drake, great timing. Yeah, he just had so much time there.
Yes, he has. It's going to be 3rd down and 11 to 39. A fake handoff to Butera, stays in the pocket, wants to throw. He's going to go deep, going for the end zone for Navarro. Incomplete.
Navarro with a great route there. Nice in and out. He stopped at about the 20, kept on going. He just couldn't get the separation from the DB there. Excellent coverage. I'm trying to get a number on that. Was that 18? Yeah, that's Griffin Utz or Griffin Utz.
I thought it was Utz.
Utz? Either way, it was excellent coverage by that young man, and Nice play there.
And what Jamestown's doing, I don't mean to cut you off, but this is not a bad decision here because your defense has done well. Jamestown's in an empty backfield here, 4th and 11 at the 39, unless he wants to try and draw the Billies off sides. But with the way the defense is for Jamestown, should they fail the 4th down, it wouldn't be the end of the world. 4th and 11 at the 39. Drake takes a snap, and he wants to go to the air. In the pocket, looks, cocks the arm, throws it near the ends of the Rojas, caught, and he walks in for the touchdown. Makes up for that drop pass on a controversial non-call for interference, and that extends Jamestown's lead to 28-7, 9:03 left in the first half. And that is the 6th touchdown by Rojas in the last 3 games.
And again, Drake, just all the time in the world, the Billies are just unable to get into the backfield. Excellent job by the offensive line, by Jamestown and Rojas. You know, you go to that oil well as often as you can. I mean, he's just the gift that keeps on giving in that pass.
And here's a 2-point attempt by Butera, and he'll walk in, and he gets it easily. It's going to make the score 30-7 with 9:03 left in the first half. And with that, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back after some words from our sponsors.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
And we're about to resume action here at Strider Field as the Jamestown Red Raiders extended their lead to 30-7 over the Williamsville South Billies, and a little over 9 minutes left in the first half as Jamestown gets ready to kick off the ball once again.
I got some more scores here for you. 40-3, Medina leads Eden. Iroquois 24-7 over Iroquois. Grand Island 13-6 on South Park. Ken West 7-0 over Kenmore East, and North Tonawanda 27-6 lead over Tonawanda.
And here comes the kickoff by Miller, another beauty. And that looks like it's caught by Sutton, and he will get to the right side of the field and gets knocked out of bounds past the 30-yard line. So the Billies will get decent field position. They'll be at around the 32. It'll be 1st and 10 Billies, and Williamsville South needs to score here to try and get some momentum.
Shout out to my camera guy, Sean Kilmartin, doing a great job on the camera here at this game. And it is Utz. I got confirmation from a good buddy of mine watching from Florida. It's Utz, not Oots, not Utes. You 2 Utes? It's not Utes.
Okay, my
it's
cousin
Utz.
Benny.
That's
two
right.
What?
I don't know how to pronounce the chips. You ever have those Utz chips out of PA? Is it Utz? Right,
I thought it was Utz too.
Maybe he's a descendant of that family. Maybe the family makes the Utz chips. We could
Free
use
chips for life.
We could use some advertising. That's all I'm saying. We'll talk to him after the game.
And that was a good cop show too, Chips. But it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 33 for the Billies. Clifford in the shotgun formation. It's going to be a give to Dewar. He'll swing it to the right side, breaks a couple tackles, gets to the 40-yard line just about. It'll be about a 2nd and 4, maybe 3.
You want some stats? You got stats?
It's going to be a 2nd down, and we're waiting for the spot. It's going to be at the 39, so it's a 6-yard gain. Going to be 2nd and 4. Our statistician, Mr. Jeremy Becker, who also does color comm with myself from time to time, and he does a great job at it.
I got fired. I run the halftime show now.
That's not a firing.
Orchard Park leads Clarence 7-0. Looks like they're in the second quarter there as well. John Simon on the case out there.
2nd down and 4 at the 39. Clifford in the shotgun. Takes a snap, fakes handoff, wants to throw. Gets out of the pressure, rolls over to the right. Gets to the 40.
Excellent job by the quarterback there. He felt the pressure, took a step up, got out of the pocket. Looks like he may have gotten close to the 1st down. If he didn't pick it up, he certainly got close enough.
Yeah.
Nice job by the quarterback there. Excellent job to feel that pressure, Norm. Jamestown's starting to get into the backfield. And their offensive line, their defensive line is much bigger than the Williamsville South offensive line. There's no question about it. They only gave him a yard there.
Yeah.
My eyesight's terrible. I've told you this time and again.
It's going to be 3rd down 3.
Sean's beard's in my way. Sean doesn't like to joke with us. He used to.
Man in motion, that's Graves. Clifford wants to throw. Incomplete.
That was a tough for that receiver out there. A tough one to catch, but they got to keep on throwing the ball, Will South.
Yes, they do.
Keep this defense on their toes.
It's going to be 4th down 3 at the 40. Let's see if they go for it. And it looks like they are. It's going to be a 4-wide set. Clifford takes a snap, wants to throw. Shoots it down the field, and it is incomplete.
Yeah,
and a flag on the play for interference.
Sure. Yeah. That's kind of an easy call. The receiver really didn't have a chance at that. Johnson.
Looks like it's going to be a Cameron Mays.
So Williamsville South moving the sticks, and they will be down in Jamestown territory. And last time they were in Red Raider territory, what happened, Norm?
Scored a touchdown.
So, and now, right now, trailing 30-7, Will South has to do what they have to do to get back into this game. It is starting to slip away here. Jamestown is starting to really show that athleticism. They're just loaded. I mean, they're loaded from top to bottom. We say that a lot, but it's true. And we said, even before the start of the season, I remember talking to our good buddy Dick Gallagher last year before he passed. He was very high on this team heading into this season.
It's going to be a trips right, one receiver to the left. Clifford takes a snap. It's going to be given to Dewar. Breaks a few tackles, gets about a yard.
Didn't have really anywhere to go, and there's a lot of pushing
Couple
and
flags
shoving
in the play,
in the
chippy.
trenches, and I think that's going to go on Will South.
And from the fan indication, it looks like it will be, but we could be wrong.
Have to wait and see. They're talking about it right now. I would be surprised. Maybe it's offsetting, Norm.
It might be.
Easily could be.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on Williamsville South. And an ejection.
Wow. There was a Jamestown player on his back, and a Will South player was kind of giving him the business there. I didn't think it was. Well, I mean, he got himself ejected. So, and I think that, correct me if I'm wrong, but was that 5? Was that Clifford?
If that was, that's bad.
No.
Nope.
I don't know. I saw him go directly to the sideline after. So, thankfully for Will South, it wasn't him. I don't know who that was. We'll try and get a number on that later. Maybe at the half we'll be able to find that out and get back to you on who that exactly was.
Trips left for the Billies. Clifford takes a snap, wants to throw. Goes down the field and incomplete.
Butera was in the neighborhood, but he lets that fall, and it'll bring up 3rd and 24 for the Billies here, trailing Jamestown 30-7 in their first week of the playoffs here. It's only 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Here we go. What can the Billies do here? 3rd and 24. The game's starting to slip away here. They got to come up with a big play here. They need something.
Trips left for the Billies. Clifford wants to throw. Rolls to the left. Swings it over. Almost intercepted. And that was nearly picked off by number 20, Carter Egansky.
And he didn't have much in between him and that end zone if
he
hangs onto it.
He'd be walking to the house.
So I'll bring up 4th and 24.
You had a punt here.
Well, I don't think they will. I don't. I think they're going to go for it.
And they'll go for it every play.
Now you're trailing by 4 touchdowns. Three plus touchdowns. Got a couple bucks out there in the outfield. Norm, if you could.
Yeah.
We don't need a camera guy getting out there. Right? I see a couple of bucks and maybe a doe out there running.
4th and 24 for the Billies. 41-yard line of their own. And it looks like they're going to punt the ball. They got Butera back deep and offsides. That's going to be on Takai Branch.
So they get him to jump there, but it's only going to net him 5 yards. But still.
It would still be smart for them to punt Jamestown back.
That's why they pay you the big bucks, man, to make those calls.
Venison dinner.
South Park takes the lead 14-13 on Grand Island. OP is now up 14-0 on Clarence. Thank you to Dennis Sarro of the Conley Cup, who's keeping us up to date on our scores from around town.
4th and 19 at the 46, and it's going to be an empty backfield unless they decide to punt the ball. The way Clifford is, it looks like it could be. And he will do a pooch punt, and that's not a bad kick. It's going to take it goes out of bounds. Looks like it's around the 32 or the 33. Let's see if the ref indicates it.
So
it's going to be at the 30.
Red Raiders possession. Rojas caught a pass from Drake to give them that 30-7 lead.
And Jamestown at the 30-yard line.
Tacked on 2 with the 2-point conversion.
And Jamestown offense about to give it on the field.
Medina and Eden, North Collins are at the half with the Mustangs out 47-3. Now, if the Mustangs hang on there, they will get either CSP or Southwestern. Whoever wins that game, if it's CSP, then they will host Medina at Panama next Saturday at 1:30, I'm told. 1:30 or 2:30. And if Southwestern wins, then they will travel to Medina. And that would most likely be a Friday night game. I'm going to see if they can put that Saturday night, see what kind of influence we have. Make it a Saturday night game.
1st and 10 is going to be a give to Butera, and he's going to get bottled up at the 30. And I believe we got some more statistics from Mr. Jeremy Becker.
Wait, what? No, we don't.
Jeremy doesn't have a headset on right now, so he's going to have to just pass the notepad over. But we'll get him at the half. No rush to get him now. We got
you'll be heard eventually.
Exciting game here.
It was a 1-yard gain on the run. It'll be a 2nd and 9 to 31.
1-yard gain. There's your stats.
I'm told Gosella from Orchard Park has 2 touchdown passes, 1 to Evans, 1 to Sullivan. That's from John Simon, who's working on that game for us tonight. He's on the sidelines.
So it'll be a 2nd down 9 to 31 as we hit about 6 minutes left in the half. Give to Butera again. And he's able to get away from a tackle across the 40. Wow. And he gets to midfield, and he is to the races. And no man's going to catch him. Touchdown number 4 for Butera, another 69-yarder. That'll put him more than 200 scrimmage yards, and we're only 5:55 left in the first half.
Yeah, once Butera, again, finds open space, he takes the most of it. I mean, he does amazing things with that football in his hands. Not too many people can catch him from behind. And don't forget, now they're up 36-7. They're doing all of this without Damari Jones. So we are looking pretty good here. If you're Jamestown, you're looking pretty good. You're in full control of this game. And if you're the Billies, you're just trying to hang on and maybe make something happen here before the end of the half.
And they're going to kick the extra point this time. It's going to be Profiter once again. And looks like Graves jumped off for the 2nd time. He's getting a little eager.
Well, he was close to blocking one in the first quarter.
Watch Butera go in there for the 2 points once again.
Why not? Again, you want to just take any confidence out of your opponent anytime you can.
And it looks like they're going to go for 2. They're in a wildcat formation, and
we're going to take a timeout here. So why don't we do the same?
Yeah.
With 5:55 left to go. We'll be back in just a few moments. You're watching on WNYathletics.com.
I love being home.
We realize now more than ever is the perfect time to have the perfect house. We're confident we'll find your dream home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you calling the Wolf, that's all you had to say. Call today.
And we are about to get back into action here. Jamestown going to go for the 2-point conversion after Graves jumped off once again trying to block the kick. I admire the eagerness, but you got to know when to hold back and when to try and charge and block the kick. It's going to be Butera going for 2 once again. He's responsible for all but, I believe, 1 point, which is outstanding.
So we're waiting for Jamestown to line up. They're still getting some direction here from their coaching staff. Not sure what play they need to run. Are they going to kick it, or are they going to go for 2? We actually don't know yet because they're not lined up. So I don't know if anyone's got the Jeopardy theme. We might want to put that in just to see what. I was playing Jeopardy against a good friend of mine the other night. Thank you very much, Mr. Becker, for that. American Idol's waiting. They got a seat for you. You can watch the contestants.
You need 2 yeses, and you got all 3 no's.
Yes! They are going to go for 2.
And it's going to, it's going to be Drake on shotgun. Not a Wildcat this time. He'll take the snap. It looks like it's going to be a give to Carter, and he'll get it in there easily. And it makes the score 38-7, and we have a triple nickel. 5:55 left in the first half as Jamestown prepares to kick it off to the Billies once again.
We will take yet another break here from one of our sponsors. We'll be back in just a few moments. You're watching on WNYathletics.com.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
And we're about to get back into the action here at Strider Field between the Jamestown Red Raiders and the Williamsville South Billies right here on WNY Athletics. And we just found out from Jeremy Becker, first half alone, Jalen Butera with 218 scrimmage yards, and he has scored 3 touchdowns. So the score is 38-7, 5:55 left in the first half. And the way it's going, Jamestown could at least break 50 on the scoreboard themselves.
218 all-purpose yards. That's crazy for the first half, but it's something that we're used to seeing out of Jalen Butera.
And a beautiful knuckleball kick, and by Miller, it's fielded around the 19. That's fielded by Matu, and he gets it to around the 36-yard line. So decent field position once again for the Billies.
So this is not where we thought we would be. If heading into this game, I was pretty high on the Billies in terms of being able to come out today and at least compete with Jamestown in the first half. I thought it would be a little bit closer, maybe a score 10, no more than 2 touchdowns, but here we are, 38-7. Is this moment too big for this Billies team? I don't know, but when you're going up against a team that scores 30, 40 points in the first half alone each and every week, that's a tall task for any young team to come in. I know there's some experience on that Billies team, especially at quarterback. They got an experienced guy there, Matut's got some experience, but they are technically still a pretty young team that haven't been in the postseason since 2016. And this team, Jamestown, again, any other season, we're talking about a team that is got, ambition, a lot of ambition and, high hopes, and definitely they have the talent to get far. We were expecting this team to compete for a state title this year, whether that was Class A or even Double A. We thought this team was good enough to play with anybody in New York State in Class Double A or A. And so we're not surprised that they've put up 38 points in the first half, but
yeah. I even heard this game could have either been a shootout or a one-sided affair. I heard that personally, but here we go. It's going to be 3 wides, and Clifford wants to throw, and he'll set up a screen, and that is caught and tackled at around the 45. One of the guys there is Carter. And that screen, once we get a good view of the number, it was completed to Zach Sutton. And I do have a correction. That was Butera's 4th touchdown of the game, that last 69-yarder, which extended the lead to 38-7. But it's going to be a 3rd down and a yard at the 45-yard line. And the Billies need to get something together before the end of the first half.
Certainly. And one of the things Jamestown has been really good at this year, obviously they get the skill position, but we don't talk about their offensive linemen enough. And Tom Langworthy, in an email to me yesterday, said, look, you got to give more credit to our offensive line. Joey Delgado, Caleb Bain, Cameron Melendez, Nick Moralia, and Julian McGoy. They've done a phenomenal job, and you've seen that here today.
And we have a penalty flag. Let's see who it is. It looks like it's going to be on the Billies. And they've so far Jamestown this year has outscored opponents 265-45. That's a margin of 44 points differential a game.
Yeah, they're a high-flying offense. And they don't just get it done on offense. I mean, it's special teams.
It's going to be offsides at Jamestown.
Okay. Defensively, they've been led this year by guys like Drace Garland, Ben Anderson, Cameron Mays, Markel Carter, of course, Butera, and Jadiel Johnson. So, I mean, this team isn't just getting it done offensively. They get it done on defense and then on special teams. They got a special teams touchdown today, do they not?
Yes, they do. Fake punt.
So, that's why they are where they are.
And with that penalty, it results in a first down at midfield for the Billies. The last time they were in Red Raider territory, there was an unsportsmanlike conduct which equaled an ejection. And the referee wants to clock the rolls. We hit 4 minutes left in the half. It's going to be a trips right, one receiver left. Clifford wants to go to the air. He's looking in the pocket. He'll run outside, gets away from a defender. And he's just going to keep it himself and take the lost yardage.
They're going to have a penalty here. I'm sure they're going to
that
throw
should
a flag. He was tackled well out of bounds.
I don't see any laundry
throw.
But
I don't see the flag, and I'm very surprised there. That was
that's a call I got a question. I don't want to bash the officiating, but that's what I got a question.
That's one there that I thought you might see a flag thrown. He was well out of bounds when he was brought down. Clifford's a good kid, great leader. He's a winner and a tough kid, and he is headed to the United States Coast Guard Academy after this season. So very proud of that young man, and best wishes to him at the completion of his senior year. He's a kid that you can definitely root for.
It's going to be a 2nd and 12, plays a 2-yard loss. And now they're at their own 48, 3:45 left in the first half. And it's going to be a trips right for the Billies. And the only back beside Clifford is John Maher. Dewar set in motion. It's a jet sweep to him. He crosses midfield, and he'll get tackled at around the 46-yard line. So 6-yard gain makes it 3rd and 6.
Williamsville South earlier in the year, they didn't necessarily have a COVID scare, but one of the teams they were supposed to play did.
Yeah.
They ended up taking a game against Wilson, who was a Class C team, but they went and they played Wilson on short notice. They ended up playing like 2 games in a 4-game span, which tells you a lot about their character, their resiliency. So, I mean, they've worked extremely hard, and I'm happy that they took that game against Wilson. They really helped out that Wilson program. They didn't have to take that game, but they did, and they went out there and took on that team. Of course, they won, as they should have, but they gave that team an opportunity to get better.
And a fake sweep, and Clifford wants to throw, gets away from one defender, but he won't get away from Sincere Green on the corner blitz, and he gets the sack. Got sacked back at around midfield.
We've been talking a little bit about that earlier, how Jamestown was starting to get into the backfield, starting to put some pressure, and that defensive line is starting to overwhelm the offensive line of Williamsville South. There's definitely a size disadvantage there, certainly favoring Jamestown. And if you look at some of these height and weights, you know why. It's a real beef on that Jamestown line. We knew that last year when we watched them come together. They gave Orchard Park all they can handle, and Orchard Park had one of the best offensive lines in Western New York at the time, but Jamestown hung in there. Ultimately lost to OP, but they excellent battle. Well, in the playoffs, but
so
in the regular season.
So it'll be a 4th down and 11, and Clifford wants a throw. Gets away from one defender. He gets sacked again. Ball's loose, and Jamestown falls on it, even though regardless it's going to be their ball. It's going to be 1st down and 10 in Williamsville territory for the Red Raiders, and a chance to break 40 points before halftime.
Well, that's nothing new for them.
No, it's not.
They're a team that can score points. They're a team that can create turnovers. They did that just there. And they're going to have excellent field position. 1st and 10 from the Billies 44.
Sacks on back-to-back plays by the Red Raider defense. And the good thing about the Billies roster is, from what I'm seeing here, the majority of it, the players are young. They've got multiple years left on the team. So that'll give them more time to get even better. But right now, Jamestown in a 4-wide set. 2 receivers on each side. Butera the only back as Drake will roll to the right. Wants to throw, shoot it downfield. Incomplete, intended for Navarro. Had him open, but it was just overthrown. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 at the 44-yard line of the Billies.
NT leading Tonawanda 33-13 in the Battle of TNT. Wally Wisniewski just had a pick 6. 30-yard pick 6, his second of the day for Wally Wisniewski, one of those excellent football players on that North Tonawanda Lumberjacks team. Great to see him doing so well. Having himself another great day. But that's not a playoff game.
Here's Butera again. Big gap, and he's going to walk in. Touchdown number 5 for Butera. And Jamestown breaks 40 points on that 44-yard run. 262 yards of scrimmage for Butera, and we're not even at halftime.
I mean, you could have driven my truck and probably Jeremy's car through that hole.
In my Buick.
Well, I mean, that hole was huge. And like I said, Butera finds a hole. He does what he can with it and makes the most of it. There wasn't anybody there that could possibly have brought him down. Nobody within 5-10 yards of him.
Profiter with the PAT attempt, unless somebody jumps off. Well, nope, here comes the kick. And that one's right down Broadway. That kick was a beauty. 45-7, 142 left in the half, and we're going to take a quick break. You are watching this broadcast right here on WNY Athletics.
At Cairo First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Cairo First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Cairo First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Cairo First Wellness Center, your health and well-being.
And we're about to get back into the action here at Strider Field in Jamestown, New York. Jamestown now up 45-7. A minute 42 left in the first half, and this time it's going to be Elijah Rojas kicking off, and it's going to be a knuckleballer down the center of the field, and that deflected off of but it does get picked up by Venti, and Venti will swing it to the right side, and he'll get tackled at around the 12 or 13-yard line. That could have been a lot worse for the Billies.
Well, look, a little bit of miscommunication there, I think, by the Billies special teams. Matute looks like he was going to make a play on it, but then it gets by him. Number 22 picks it up, struggles to pick it up, at least Venti did originally, but he made the most out of it. But that was not a good special teams play there by the Billies, and things are going from bad to worse here. They're going to have a drive start at their 13, trailing 45-7 with $1:34 to go in the half.
And Williamsville South's thinking probably two things. One, try to maybe go for a touchdown and regroup for the second half, or just run a couple run plays and just try to regroup too. But it's going to be a trips right, and it's going to be a give, and the handoff is to Maher, and he'll get tackled at the 19-yard line, so it'll be a 6-yard run.
Well, this is a learning experience, too, for the Billies. Definitely a learning experience for them. Get some playoff experience. Play under the lights here at Strider Field. Not too many teams get to come down here and have this experience. This is a great high school experience for these kids.
It's going to be a 2nd and 4th and 19 as we hit 1 minute left in the first half. And it looks like the Billies are just going to run the ball and run the clock out and try to regroup because they do get the ball to start the second half. But Clifford will take the shotgun snap. He wants to throw it on the sideline and almost caught. That was intended for Max Graves. He nearly pulled an Odell Beckham one-handed catch right there.
I thought that was Brett Johnson that was out there that got up there, and it could have been picked off, actually.
Yeah, that could have been.
Well, Johnson, I think he was playing more defense there by knocking it away from the defender, but that was definitely a dangerous pass.
And with that incompletion, Graves is now Clifford's now 3 of 10 passing. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 4 at the 19-yard line. Let's see what the Billies do here. They're going to have a trips left and one receiver to the right. Clifford wanting to get something going before the end of the first half. It's going to be 3rd and 4 to the 19. He's just going to hand off to Maher, but we got a flag. It's going to be a false start on the Billies. It's going to be 3rd and 9 to 14.
Starting to get a little dark out there. Temperatures are going down. Game's getting out of control.
A smidge under 48 seconds left in the first half. 45-7 now the score in favor of Jamestown.
We do have a heater, but notice how it's pointed right at Jeremy. Nobody else.
Well, it is my heater.
So. Oh, jeez. No, I'm fine. I'm the one here in a T-shirt.
I'm in shorts.
T-shirt.
You're always in shorts.
I know. How about that night in Southwestern? It's going to be a trips left, one receiver to the right. It's going to be a give once again. And the runner will barely get back to the line. That once again, that was a Christian Dewar. And Jamestown's probably going to be calling a timeout. Yes, they will. They're a team that likes to be aggressive before the end of a half. We're going to take a quick commercial break. You are watching this game right here on WNY Athletics.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you calling the Wolf. That's all you had to say. Call today.
And it's going to be a 4th and 8 to 15. Jamestown calling a timeout.
Here we go. So basically, it's been a long half for Williamsville South. It started out promising. I mean, that first Jamestown drive, Williamsville forced them into a 3-and-out. They started moving the ball, a couple of positive plays, then the fumble.
Yeah.
Gutierrez takes it for his first touchdown of the game 2 plays later. Then Williamsville South gets it again. They believe disaster struck.
Yeah.
They had that punt that went for another touchdown. They're up 14-0. You know, Williamsville South did have some nice plays, though, in the first quarter. They marched down the field. They scored a nice touchdown.
The play of the game so far would have to be the trick play, the backward pass to Tasca, and he completed it for 35 yards to Max Graves.
Yeah, and then the story for me, anyways, is just the offensive line for Jamestown giving Drake all day long to throw the ball. You give a kid like that type of time and space, that kind of room to maneuver or whatever, that much time, he's going to pick any defense apart. He is that good, and the sad news is for everyone else in Class A right now is that he's only a sophomore.
4th and 8, the 15-yard line, and the Billies are going to go for it here. Clifford will throw it down the field. Intercepted! And walking into the end zone, Sincere Green, a pick-6 touchdown, and that's going to make it 51-7, 32 seconds left in the half. This has been a scoring clinic for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, definitely. If you're Will South, that's definitely the backbreaker, I would have to say. But again, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking if you're on that side of the field. But Jamestown's been there too. I mean, they've had their heartbreaking losses and their heartbreaking moments, and that's a tough moment there for
a tough pill to swallow.
Billies. Yeah, certainly.
But the good thing for the Billies is the team's young. And this is going to be something that they can reel in more experience with. And when they take on other teams, they'll know what to do.
Craig Krasansky went right out to meet his team. They wouldn't let him off. Wants to talk to them. Let them know, hey, guys, we're in this together. You know, forget about the scoreboard. Forget about the score right now. Just keep on playing hard. Leave it all out there. You may have the last half of your football career is coming up. So suck it up. Suck it up. Keep playing. Keep playing hard. Game's far from over if you think about it.
Yeah, it is. 32 seconds left in the half. And there are teams that have come back from 30, 35, 40-point deficits and have come close to winning games.
Yeah.
There's still a little more than 2 quarters left, but Jamestown, for temporarily the second half, they're going to keep their foot on the gas pedal.
So Jamestown's gonna go for the extra point here and try and make it a 52-7 game.
And Drake will be the holder, waiting for the snap. Here's the snap, put down, kick, And that's going to fall short.
Yeah, it was a high snap, difficult to put down. It looked disastrous from the start, so Jamestown's going to mess something up today. That's the one thing they messed up there was the snap. So 51-7 is your score with 32 seconds left to go. The Billies will get the ball back. They'll probably sit on it and take it into the half and come out swinging in the second half. They will receive the ball.
And with that, we will take a quick break. You're watching this matchup between the Jamestown Red Raiders and Williamsville South Billies right here on WNY Athletics.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you calling the Wolf. That's all you had to say. Call today.
Back at Strider Field, where the Jamestown Red Raiders, the Class A1 division winners, are leading Will South 51-7. Just an unbelievable half for the Red Raiders, starring Jalen Butera. He's got, 300 yards in the first half?
He has 5 touchdowns, and last I knew, 262 yards from scrimmage. And he's still got one half to play. He'll probably play the third quarter, and should the score get higher, I'm sure Langworthy will say, "You've had a great game, Butera. Sit the fourth out."
Yeah, he might even sit the third quarter. To be honest with you, I would probably have to consider that if I'm the head coach, and I'm sure Coach Langworthy is. Don't forget, you've lost your other great running back.
And Rojas with the squib.
Damari Jones has already had a separated shoulder.
Yeah.
Now, that happened early in the game last week. So, but Butera, he's done some damage. They really, at 51-7, you shouldn't have to need Butera to play another down. Will he? Well, he's marching on the field right now. He's on defense.
Well, the Billies will probably just put their knee to the ground and try to regroup and get something going to put together a decent second half. And I'm sure the coaches were also saying to the players, do not let this get to you. Bad losses like this do happen from time to time. It happens on both ends. But I'm seeing right here a trips right formation and one receiver to the left, but it's going to be a handoff to Maher, and he's going to be tackled right away. He gets tackled by Ben Anderson, who also has a sack, and he had that fumble recovery in the first quarter. And it looks like that may be the last play of the first half, and we are about to go into halftime real soon with Jamestown up 51-7 over the Williamsville South Billies, and the Billies look like they're just going to let the clock run out, and that will be the end of the first half. Once again, your score, Jamestown 51, Williamsville South 7, and we'll be right back to the start of the second half. But right now, really soon, halftime show on WNY Athletics.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
At Cairo First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Cairo First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Cairo First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Cairo First Wellness Center. Your health and well-being, our passion.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you calling the Wolf, that's all you had to say. Call today.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs. WNYathletics.com is the premier high school sports website in Western New York, providing the best sports coverage of Section 6 and Monsignor Martin leagues. Check out our page for daily game recaps and late-breaking sports news. Our online scoreboards are updated in real time. Never miss a goal or touchdown. Visit WNYathletics.com today or follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
At Cairo First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Cairo First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Cairo First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Cairo First Wellness Center. Your health and well-being, our passion.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you calling the Wolf, that's all you had to say. Call today.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing...
Welcome back to Strider Field here in Jamestown, New York, where it is currently 51-7. Jamestown over Williamsville South, and really, the story of the game has been Jalen Butera.
Yes, it has. Jalen Butera in the first half alone, 262 scrimmage yards and 5 touchdowns.
He's just been unbelievable. So other noteworthy, really, efforts is Sincere Green.
Sincere Green had the pick 6 before halftime.
And a 5-yard sack. I mean, Jamestown, Norm, they're outscoring opponents so far this year, 278-45. They already broke their average. They've been averaging 45 points a game coming into the playoffs. They were a perfect 5-0 in the regular season.
And they only allowed one team to break double figures, and that was Kenmore West back in their homecoming game. All the rest have scored between 6 to 8 points.
Yep. So far, only one passing touchdown. That was from Trey Drake to Elijah Rojas for 39 yards.
That was on a 4th and 11, too.
Yes, it was. Now, there's only, and then for the Billies, I mean, they done a good, at the beginning, they did a great job containing Butera. They were on him, but they were able to drag him down. But really, once Jamestown adapted, it's been all Red Raiders. There's been nothing more, nothing less.
And another guy that has been a little bit underlooked for Jamestown so far, Ben Anderson has a sack, and he had that fumble recovery early in the first quarter.
Yep, that was number 22. And Ella Profiter on special teams, she has been hammering home, only missing one attempt, and I think that was because it was deflected.
I did hear also it was the snap was a little bit high, but things like that do happen. And Williamsville South, the only big play they've had was on their touchdown drive. It was a trick play. Clifford threw a backward pass to P.J. Tasca, and he threw a 35-yard completion to Max Graves. And had that pass not have been slightly underthrown because he had pressure on him, Graves could have walked into the house.
Oh, yeah, the Jamestown Red Raider fell down, slept, because it is, the Strider Field is, although it's a lot better now, this turf drains a little bit quicker than the old turf did. It's still slippery out there. It did rain pretty heavily here in the southern tier. We do have an update from Iroquois at the from Olean at the half. 40-7 Iroquois over Olean.
Wow, that's almost similar to what we have right now.
Yep, and last time I checked, Orchard Park was up over Clarence, which, I mean, that Orchard Park team is just really a great, solid team in Class AA. But Frank alluded to it, this Jamestown game, easily. Frank just came back into our booth.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Yep, also we have Medina going against Eden. Tomorrow I will personally be going to the Clymer Sherman Panama CSP Wolfpack facing Southwestern at Clymer. Now, Norm, Southwestern, in my opinion, is the only team that could beat CSP.
And I completely agree with that. The last 3 years, CSP has been a consistent powerhouse. 2 years ago, they were 13-0. The next year, they were 12-1. And I do believe they went undefeated this year, too.
I think they won 2 back-to-back titles. Norm.
Yes, they did. They got the go to Syracuse.
Yep, they won the Dome in 2019 because obviously we did not have a Dome last fall. So everything we're going back to is the 2019 season now. But Southwestern has such a dynamic offense.
Yes, they do.
Such great defense.
And Southwestern's a team that loves to go in shotgun a lot, loves to have a bit of an empty backfield or 4 wides and a back. And they did that very well opening game against Fredonia, which we were at.
Yes.
Aiden Kennedy had a phenomenal performance.
Yep. And I'm going to look for Kennedy to lead the Southwestern Trojans tomorrow afternoon. Again, that kickoff is going to be around
7 p.m.?
No, super early. It's going to be an afternoon game.
Oh, real? Okay.
We're probably going to do around 3 o'clock from what I'm hearing.
And Frank Wolf has said that will probably be the game of the year.
That will be. That's going to be one heck of a game.
This is one that could either be a defensive slugfest or it might be a high-scoring matchup.
Either way, I will be there. I will be providing updates when I can. I'll be running the camera for that show. Tom Prince is on the call.
Along with Jacob Fayak, who we've done a couple of games with.
Jacob's a great guy. He's currently in Iroquois, and Tom Prince is currently at Orchard Park, Clarence. And again, like I said, Orchard Park being Clarence or leading Clarence is really no big surprise. And last time I checked, I think South Park took the lead over Grand Island. I don't have a score for that one off my hand.
Another thing real quick on CSP before we wrap this up. They're like Southwestern. They love throwing the ball.
They do, yes.
They love also going in a bit of empty backfields, 1 back and 4 wides. I'm expecting an offensive shootout more than a defensive battle.
I'm anticipating that too, but you got to look at CSB's quarterback. He's been phenomenal all year long.
Yes, he has.
Been very strong performances, leading the Wolfpack. I mean, it's combined school in Class C. They dominated Class D for the last 2 years, or the last 2 previous seasons before the shutdown happened. And this year's their first year in Class C, and they're just proving that they're no joke.
No, they're not.
Anyways, we only have about a minute and a half left remaining into halftime. And we will be back with second half action. Frank Wolf, Norm Rodriguez on the call. I'll be here giving you stats when I can. Jeremy Becker signing off for the halftime show.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
At Cairo First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Cairo First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Cairo First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Cairo First Wellness Center. Your health.
And we're about to start the second half right here at Strider Field. Jamestown having a clinic on all cylinders, 51-7, as we will start the second half in a few moments' time. Jalen Butero's first half numbers, 262 yards from scrimmage, and not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 touchdowns scored. Unbelievable.
Is that a lot?
That's more than a lot. That's a Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal. He's been as good as advertised. We talked about this before the game in our pregame show. We talked about it last night on the playoff preview show that Jalen Butera is just one of those kids that can totally take over a game. He has, but Rojas had a big touchdown. Drake's had some nice passes. They're getting it done on special teams. They had the pick 6 at the end of the first half, and that's why the score is 51-7. Will South, I mean, it looks like they're getting blown out, and that's probably strong. I hate saying that at high school sports, but it is what it is. I mean, Jamestown we knew they were the stronger team. They had more athletes, and that's why this game is 51-7. But again, Billy's getting excellent experience right now. They're playing in the toughest place to play, arguably, in Western New York, I think. Tough place to play in Western New York. Strider Field, it's night. So you make that trip. You're getting that playoff experience. And now the Billies know. The Billies will know how much harder they have to work to get back here next year.
Yes, they do. And the good thing for them is they get the ball to start the second half. That squib kick was returned by Dewar to the 30-yard line, so decent field position for them to start the second half. Their goal should be get 1 or 2 touchdowns just to bring a little bit of pride into next year. And Graves is going to be set in motion, and we have a flag.
And somebody turned out the lights in our press box. I don't know who did that.
Looks like it was a false start against the Billies. And the power went out.
Not our power.
No, the lights went out.
The lights definitely went out, but not the power.
The press box has 2 sets of switches. One is the
So
it's going to be a 1st and 15 at the 26. And here come the Billy offense as they break the huddle. It's going to be a 4-wide set. And it's going to be Clifford still in at quarterback. Graves in motion. And Clifford will hand it off to Maher. Slides it into the center of the field, but he gets tackled at around the line of scrimmage. It looks like it's either going to be no gain or a 1-yard loss.
Looks like Iroquois with that 40-7 lead at home against Olean. Jake Fyock, Francis Beck, Tim Chief out there calling that game. The Class B semifinals is what that is. And they should be taking on Maritime Charter Health Sciences next week. Whether that's a Friday or Saturday night game, we'll wait to be seen. ADs, coaches, try to spread that out if you can for us. If you're going to play all 5 games on Friday, we're only going to be able to stream 4 of them. So if you can put a couple on Saturday for us, that'd be great. This way we can get all 5 of them streamed. I know the Western New York football faithful out there, they do appreciate our streams. We're doing a pretty good job, as good a job as you can expect, I think, for high school sports. So if you want to watch them all on our platform, the schools just got to spread them out a little bit.
On the last play, Clifford threw a 7-yard completion to Christian Dewar. And it's going to be a 3rd down and 9 at the 32. So let's see what the Billies do here. But I agree with what they're doing, starting to throw the ball a little bit more to get some more chunks of yardage. And here we go. It's going to be a 4-wide set. Clifford in the shotgun, and he's going to stay in the pocket. He'll roll to left, throws the screen in the flat, and that's incomplete. That was intended for Dewar. It's going to be 4th down and 9, and what we've seen, they're probably going to go for it here. 4th and 9 at the 32-yard line. Score still 51-7. With that incompletion from our statistician, Clifford's 4 of 12 passing for 30 yards and that interception, which was run back for a touchdown by Sincere Green before the end of the first half. And the Billies break the huddle, and it looks like they're going to go for it here. It's going to be a trips left, 1 receiver to the right. It's going to be a 4th and 9 at the 32. And now it looks like they're going to try and pump the ball. Clifford backs up. And it looks like they got Rojas back just in case. Here's the boot. And that's a nice kick. A little spiral, and it'll take a decent bounce. And an even better rollback, it's going to go down around the 38-yard line. So a 30-yard punt, and Jamestown will be at their 38 for their first possession in the second half to look to try to extend the lead up to 50 points.
So for Jamestown, it's just taking care of that clock right now and staying healthy to get on to next week. It looks like, well, I mean, there's 8:24 left to go in the 4th quarter out at All High Stadium, where South Park has a 20-13 lead. They have the ball. They're at about midfield right now. That game's being shown on our other Facebook page. It's on WNY Athletics. But Tom Prince and Stu Boyer have that call.
And here come the Red Raider offense. They're going to stick with the starters for right now. Drake's going to be back out in the field. And we do see Markel Carter For the time being, I do see Butera now. He's going to be the other back. I beg your pardon. No, he's not on the field right now. It's going to be a handoff, and getting to near midfield, that's Markel Carter. Carter, who had a great showing in place of Jones, who once again had that separated shoulder last week early in the first quarter against West Seneca West. More than enough for the first down by Carter, who's been making the most of his opportunities.
Yeah, another senior. It is important to get more guys into the game here. You have to, whenever you have trying to make a playoff run, you want to win a championship, it's very important to get other guys worked into the lineup, get them some exposure, get them some carries, get them into the play, let them see how fast it is. These playoff games are different than regular season games. There's another intensity. You got to crank it up another notch.
That's going to be a give to Ben Anderson, and he finds the big gap. He's going to swing it over to the right side, and he's going to be tackled at around the 31-yard line. Well more than enough for the first down, and Jamestown picking up where they left off in the first half.
Yeah, Jamestown's showing that they've got more than one horse that can go to work. And, man, South Park with a nice long run there. They just scored another touchdown in that game against Grand Island, so they're starting to pull away. It looks like that's what they're doing anyways.
That run resulted in 18 yards by Ben Anderson. And it's going to be first down and 10 for the Red Raiders.
So if that game holds next week, next Friday night, right here at Strider Field, Jamestown will host South Park, and they will be in for a fight because South Park does have a running game, and with their running game as explosive as it is, as they've shown for the last few years anyways, if they can get that running game going, South Park is capable of keeping the Jamestown offense off the field. You're going to really see Jamestown in for a fight because I don't think they've played anyone this year that's as talented or as big as South Park. And South Park, they won a state title not too long ago. 2017, I believe, is when they won their state title. So Jamestown will be in for a fight next week. That is not going to be a gimme game, and that's probably the first time they're going to get punched in the mouth next week for the first time this year. I believe anyways.
I would expect to be a heck of a good game, and before the start of this play, Jamestown did commit a false start, and should they end up playing South Park, I believe I will be on call for that.
Say that one more time, I'm sorry.
I believe I will be on call for that. I don't want to assume.
Yep.
Anyways, here's a handoff. It's going to go to Markel Carter, and he's going to cut it to the left side of the field, and he gets tackled at around the 25, so he's able to get back the yardage from the penalty and more than doubles it. It'll be a 2nd and 4 after that 11-yard run by Markel Carter.
The way things are going, it looks like Iroquois will be playing at Maritime Health Sciences. Medina is going to host either CSP they're either going to host Southwestern or they're going to have to go to CSP next week. And I'm told that is a Saturday game, so at least that game will be Saturday. And so that's D, we don't know yet. I have no idea what's going on in D right now. I know Franklinville, Ellicottville was hosting Randolph tonight, so I don't know what the score of that game is. We have no report out of Franklinville, Ellicottville, Randolph. If you've got a score for us, tweet at us at Wolf3328 or put it on our Facebook page. We're watching the comments on our Facebook page for this particular game, so if you got a score for that Randolph game, it'd be nice to find out who's winning. I'll see if I can't find it on Twitter here. I'm supposed to be calling the game with Norm here, but here I am rattling off nonsense.
Well, the run was a 3-yard gain by Ben Anderson, and don't worry, Frank, even though I have nowhere near as much experience as you, I've been doing this for nearly 10 years myself. It's going to be a 3rd down and 1 after that 3-yard run by Ben Anderson. They are nearing the Billies red zone once again. And it's going to be a 3rd down and 1. It will be a 3-wide set. And the lone guy on the left is Melendez. It's going to be a give to Carter again, but he's going to get bottled up. He's going to lose at least a yard. Got tackled behind the line of scrimmage, but Jamestown will probably go for it here since they're deep in the heart of the Billies zone of the field. And should they fail, Billies will be pinned deep. So it wouldn't be too much of a loss for Jamestown. And the run results in no gain. It's going to be 4th and 1 to 22. Let's see if they snap the ball here or try to get the Billies to jump off. Drake, he almost got them to jump. Drake came so close, but the defensive linemen were able to cross back in the nick of time. The Billies have 4 down linemen and 3 backers. Here's a snap. It's going to be a give to Carter. He's got the first down and more, and he's going to walk into the end zone untouched almost. Touchdown, Markel Carter, 57-7. A little over 5 minutes left in the third quarter, and that gives Jamestown a 50-point lead.
Yeah, I mean, Jamestown is just too big, too strong, too athletic. They built up just a insurmountable lead in the first half, and now they're just starting to show just how much bigger they are than Will South. We knew that heading into this game, that there was a size advantage, and Coach Krzansky said as much yesterday when I talked to him at practice, that there was a bit of a size advantage there with coming into this game.
I don't mean to cut you off, Frank. There was a penalty on that. The touchdown's been negated. There's been a holding penalty on the Red Raiders, so it's going to be 4th down and 9 at the 30. So that's going to be at the spot where the penalty occurred, and it's going to be 4th down and 9. That was a bit of a delayed flag. Usually those get thrown right off the bat if there's a holding around the line of scrimmage. But nonetheless, it'll be 4th down and 9 at the 30, and we got a running clock under 5 minutes left, 4:45 to be exact, and then the third. It's going to be a 3-wide set, 2 backs. The backs are Anderson and Carter. Here's a snap. It's going to be a give to Carter again. Same play as before. And this time he's going to be well short of the first down. He's going to be about 5 yards short. We got another flag. Things getting a little chippy, I believe. Let's see who the penalty's on. We've seen quite a few flags here today. And throughout the regular season, penalties at Strider Field were very few and far between. There was not a lot of penalties.
Yeah. 4:28 to go here in quarter number 3, and the temperatures definitely dipped out there. But, nobody's really left this game. Even the Williamsville South fans, they're still out there, socially distanced.
Of course.
But that bleachers are just as filled as they were earlier, which I would say it's about maybe 15% filled, which is probably what it would be in a COVID year.
Yeah. And that penalty was a personal foul on Jamestown. And even so, Jamestown was well short of the first down, so it will be Billy's ball. With 4:28 left in the third, 51-7 still the score.
I got a message from somebody that's actually at the game. It was cold, so they're sitting out in their car somewhere right behind the scoreboard watching us.
Well, we appreciate the support.
They're watching us on the stream, so obviously the stream's coming in pretty good that they're able to do that, so that's cool.
Tip the hat. Similar to Tom Browning when he was on the Reds. Well, it's going to be 1st down and 10 at the 42 for the Billies. This is going to be their best field position in quite a while. It's going to be a trips right, 1 receiver to left, and it's going to be a give. And it looks like it was given over to Dewar, and he lost the ball. The whistle
was down. Whistled forward progress had stopped, so no fumble there, but still nice pursuit of the ball there by the Red Raider defenses. They're just starting to get they're getting even stronger here defensively, which is kind of scary.
It's going to result in a 2-yard gain. So 2nd and 8 at the 44 as we're under 4 minutes left in the third. And Clifford about ready to call the play for the Billies. Billies looking to end this game on a positive note. Get a few good plays, maybe get another touchdown or 2 on the board. Right now, they're in a good spot to get it going. It's going to be 2nd down and 8 at the 44. Jamestown with 37 unanswered points since Williamsville South scored their touchdown. Here's a snap, and it's going to be another give. This time it is to Braxton Vaughn, and he gets it to near midfield, about a gain of 4, maybe 5 yards. It's going to be a 3rd down. We're going to wait for the spot. Looked like it was about a gain of 4 yards, and it is 4 yards. 3rd down and 4 at their own 49.
That's one of the main things I've missed this season.
The Jamestown Pep Band?
That's the one thing I miss more than anything this season has been. I mean, obviously I miss seeing all the fans out there and talking with
it's not the same
people you meet. Since we've started this, made a lot of friends. You make a lot of friends just being at these games and going into these other communities.
Maher received the handoff once again.
But I'll tell you, I miss those bands, especially Jamestown. It's one of those things that separates Strider Field from a lot of other. I mean, Niagara Falls, the team isn't great, but their band up there is phenomenal. Their band director does a great job of keeping people into the game, and no matter what the score is, they just don't give up. They
That's
have a great
Jeremy's
band,
cousin.
In Jamestown, the Jamestown director is my cousin.
Okay.
And I was in the marching band myself.
Jeremy was also a marching band veteran. I remember seeing pictures of you in the marching band on your Facebook page. That's pretty cool. But that's one thing, again, about the Jamestown community that I miss seeing when I come down to these games is that marching band at halftime. And, you know, it's definitely been a tough year for all of us, but we are here, you know, in a playoff game. And
it's going to be a false start here. That's going to be on Maher. It looked like the Billies were trying to get Jamestown to jump because it would have been enough for a first down. It's a 4th and 3. They had a trips to the right, but they're still probably going to go for it. And right now you're down 51-7. You've got nothing to lose. So it'd be worth going for it here. But we've hit 90 seconds left in the third. This quarter has gone by very quick. I believe they are too, the running clock.
Yeah.
And the Billies break the huddle.
Certainly a running clock from possibly here on out. We'll have to wait and see what the Billies do. But again, for a lot of these seniors, it's their last time taking the field probably ever.
Yep.
So they want to go out with on a positive note. If
4th
that's
and 8, the 44, and the pass is caught and tackled at around the 49. It won't be enough for the first down. It was caught by Christian Dewar. And that was Clifford's 5th completion of the game.
I want to read the names of all those seniors on Williamsville South. Give them their due because there's a number of them that are going to be graduating. And I think they should have their names read and be recognized for their sacrifice, playing all these years and things like that. Jeremy Matute, number 3. We've called his name a few times. And, of course, John Clifford, senior. Zach Sutton. Jacob Preston. Gibran Ahmad, number 21. Steve Knabb, John Mahar. You've called his name a few times. Matthew Maldonado. Joel Chimay. Aiden Ostrowski. We really haven't called his number a lot today, number 72. But he is a big, strong lineman for Will South. And talk about an unselfish individual. Ostrowski came into the season. They were expecting him to be one of the running backs.
Yeah, I see that on the roster. It says here he's a guard, a running back, and a linebacker.
Yeah, he came into this season pegged as one of the running backs, but because of some injuries on the line, that's where they put him. And when you have that kind of frame, 6 feet 205, and you can move bodies, that's very unselfish on his part. Quinn Rotella, number 76 of 2021, I believe he's heading to St. Bonaventure. And he's not just a football player; he's also a theater major. So
wow.
he gets it done. He's good for him. And then Graham Thornton, number 79. Graham Thornton, 6'3", 235. So good luck to those guys.
And the third quarter just came to a close, and the score remains the same, 51-7, as the Williamsville Billies get ready to go back onto the field. As we're about to start the fourth quarter. Going to switch the sides of the field. And this is probably where Jamestown will just put a lot of the backups in so they can get some experience. I have not seen Butera in at all in the third quarter.
No, he's got to be done.
That's smart.
You got to be smart in these situations. You don't get to the Section 6 championship that often. I don't care who you are, what program. You just don't get to the Section 6 championship often. And that's what they've done this season. That's what they did here tonight. They went out and made another statement win here for this program. And they're going to host the Section 6 Class A championship next Friday night, 7 p.m. here. WNY Athletics has been invited to do the live stream. Thank you to Mr. Drake, the athletic director, and Coach Tom Langworthy. You got a message from them earlier saying that should we get past tonight, we'd love to have you guys down here again next week to help us close out the season. So we will be right here watching on the same channel, the same network. Hopefully we did a good enough job for you. If you are watching on Facebook and there's something we can do a little bit better, by all means, please let us know. I'm reading the comments. They've been nice. They've been respectful. That's all you can ask for. So thank you very much for watching today. But if there's something we can be doing a little bit better,
oh, here we go.
Let us know.
That's Melendez. He's to the 10, and he gets tackled there. And nice pass by Drake. That is a gain of 45 yards. That's going to be first and goal at the 10.
It was about a 20-yard pass, almost over the middle, and it was a tight window.
Yes, it was. And we have an injured player down the field. With that, we are going to take a quick break. You are watching this matchup between the Jamestown Red Raiders and Williamsville South Billies right here on WNY Athletics.
We realize now more than ever is the perfect time to have the perfect house. We're confident we'll find your dream home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you calling the Wolf. That's all you had to say. Call today.
And we are back in action here at Strider Field. The score still 51-7 in favor of Jamestown. Melendez was able to get up on his own power, which is a very good sign. Thankfully, that was nothing serious. You've already lost Damari Jones a week ago because that separated shoulder. You don't want to have another injury to one of your great ball players.
Looks like he just got rolled up on at the end of that tackle. Nothing more than that. And good to see him up.
And it's going to be a first and goal at the 10-yard line. It's going to be a 4-wide set, and Carter the back.
That clock is off again now. It's starting to wind down.
And here's the snap. It's going to be a give to Carter, and he gets it to around the 8-yard line.
And I know that Will South hasn't really been able to get much pressure on Trey Drake this evening, but I would think this is his last drive of the game. Just a sophomore. You do want to get him some experience. But if he were to go down, you don't ever want to see
Knock
that
on
happen.
wood.
That's something that would be disastrous, I think, for Jamestown. To be quite honest with you, he's that important to this team. He runs this offense. He does a phenomenal job for a sophomore quarterback.
And Williamsville South just committed an offside.
Drake comes back next year. Butera comes back next year. They do lose Rojas.
I believe Jones is a senior too.
Jones is a senior.
And the referee wanting that clock to roll. It's going to be second and goal at the 3 after that offside penalty. And the Billies will have 4 down linemen. 4 wide set for the Red Raiders. And he sends Carter in motion. Here's a snap. Drake wants to get it through the air. Throws for the end zone and caught. Touchdown, Rojas. His second touchdown of the game and his 7th in the last 3. 57-7 to score with 10:03 left in the game.
Profiter will come in to attempt the extra point. Make it a 58-7 game possibly here. 56-point lead right now. Excuse me, 50-point lead.
Yep.
I can't add. Don't ask me to add anything, guys.
Well, with the extra point, it'll make it a 51-point lead pending it gets made. Here comes, or not, we're waiting for the snap. Here's the snap, put down, kick on the way, and that may have been partially deflected. The kick's no good, and the score will remain 57-7. You're watching this matchup between the Jamestown Red Raiders and Williamsville South Billies right here on WNY Athletics.
At Cairo First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Cairo First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Cairo First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Cairo First Wellness Center. Your health and well-being.
And we're about to get back into the action here at Strider Field. Jamestown extended their lead to 50 points, 57-7. And we have an update here. Grand Island had a chance to, they just scored a touchdown, make it 20-19, but they chose to go for 2 for the lead instead of the PAT for the tie. 2-point conversion was no good, and there's under 41 seconds left in that game. The Section 6 Class A Sectional Championship semifinal between them and South Park. And Jamestown getting ready to kick off. And it's going to be Miller once again. And Keith Miller toe to the leather. And he's just going to kick a squibber down the middle of the field. And it's going to be a lateral on the plate. The lateral goes to Dewar. And Dewar gets to the sideline. And he gets to around the 40-yard line, maybe the 45. So Dewar receives the lateral on the kickoff. And gets some good field position for this drive.
Yeah, so there is under a minute to go at All High Stadium, where South Park is clinging to a 20-19 lead. Late fourth quarter action, again under a minute. South Park fumbled the ball. Grand Island goes in and scores a touchdown. They elect to go for 2, but they don't come up with it. And Grand Island just kicked off, a little bit of a squib, but South Park recovers, and that game is probably going to end that way. Perhaps.
And Vaughn with the carry. He gets it past midfield in the Jamestown territory, so he does get the Billies a first down.
46-15
Iroquois out in front of Olean. What was the score? 46-15, and Olean had one of the tougher defenses in that class this year, so Iroquois flexing some offensive muscles, as they have pretty much all year.
And the Billies will break the huddle. It's going to be first and 10 at the 48. An opportunity for the Billies to add another touchdown. And Clifford in the shotgun formation. Jamestown with 4 linemen. And it's going to be a give to Dewar. And he'll swing it past midfield. And he'll get to the 45, so about a 3-yard gain. Makes it second down 7. Under 9 minutes left in the game.
Remember what Jamestown did to that Grand Island team, and I think it was week 2. Jamestown just went down there and just, man, didn't they win they were up 50-0 in the first half, or 50-6, whatever, 50-0. I think that was up in the first half. Scored like 50 points. Jamestown, Grand Island. Well, that Grand Island team was missing a number of starters, so they're a lot better than that week 2 thrashing that Jamestown gave them, and they just gave South Park all they could handle in that sectional championship game up at All High Stadium today. So South Park will be coming to Strider Field next Friday night. We'll have the call right here on WNYathletics.com. We've been waiting for this game. That's one that we thought would happen, and it's going to happen next Friday. So I'm excited about that one.
And then the last play, Clifford threw a completion to Matute, which was enough for a first down. Gain of 7 yards on the play. And it's going to be a first down 10 to 38. It's going to be a trips left. Here's a snap, and that's going to be a give on the play to Dewar. And Dewar broke one tackle, but he could not get away from the second one. And from what I see, it looks like it is
Kyler Nickerson got there
number
first.
9, Kyler Nickerson, the running back linebacker. Looked like he may have gotten back to the line. Or from the spot, that's going to be no gain. So it'll be second down and 10 with 7.5 left and counting in the game. And Clifford receives the play from the coach, and he will direct it over to his offense. And they break the huddle. Once again, South Park defeats Grand Island 20-19 after Grand Island chose to go for 2, which was unsuccessful. But here's a snap, and Clifford's going to keep it on a quarterback keeper, and he's got more than enough for the first down. Gets about 12 yards on the run.
That's why Coach Santorio up there at Grand Island is one of the best, and the kids love playing for him because he will take those kinds of risks. And, you know, they had a chance to beat South Park. They weren't supposed to even be in that game. And they had South Park on the ropes, and that's probably why they elected to go for it. And, you know, South Park playing from behind, people wanted to see, can they play from behind? How good are they having to play, you know, when someone's got a lead on them? And we saw they struggled today. And I told Tom Prince last night that that's a team that just start slow. They struggle early on in these games, and they did certainly today against Grand Island. That should not have been as close a game as it was.
Williamsville South nearly got a touchdown on this last play. Clifford just slightly overthrew him a two that was intended for him in the end zone. It's going to be second down 10 to 27. It's going to be second down 10 to 27, 6:15 left in the game. The Billies looking to get another touchdown here, and it's going to be, they break the huddle, and it's going to be a three-wide set. Clifford calling out the signals. Jamestown with 4 down linemen. It's going to be it's going to be a jet sweep, and he gets it into the red zone, and he'll be tackled around the 20. It's going to be third down and short. Third down and 3, if not maybe 2.
I think we're looking at 3rd and 5, no? Did he give him that? Did he get that many yards on that carry?
It looked like he was tackled out of bounds almost at around the 20, and that's where they're spotting. It's going to be a 7-yard gain.
Wow.
So it's third down and manageable for the Billies.
And again, if you're the Billies, you want to just go out on a good note. And if that means you get to score a late touchdown in this game, that's what it is. You want to carry some kind of momentum into the offseason. This has been a strange, difficult year for everybody. But, I mean, Williamsville South gets a number of these players back next year. Talk about Dewey, the game, or is it Dewar, the game he's had today, the season he's had. So there's a lot to build off of here if you're Williamsville
Third
South.
down 3 at the 20, and it's going to be a screen pass. It's caught by Vaughn. Vaughn gets it over to, that's Maher. And he gets it inside the 10. He got more than enough for the first down. And we're about to hit 5 minutes left in the game, and the Billies with an opportunity to score another touchdown.
If you're out there in Twitterland or wherever you are, we're still looking for a score from Randolph and Franklinville, Ellicottville. If you've got that score out there for us, please try to get that into us tonight. We appreciate if you have the score. I've gone out to some of my my buddies out there that usually know the scores. Come on, Western New York football. You're usually on top of these things.
That play resulted in 16 yards. It's going to be a 1st and goal at the 4. And Clifford will be in the shotgun formation. Maher, the back beside him, sends a man in motion, and it's going to be an inside give. And the handoff was to number 21, Jabran Ahmad, one of the seniors on the Billies team.
Nice to see him getting a carry in this game. Just it's a reward for all your hard work and dedication to this program. You might not have been an every down running back, but still getting some time out there, getting a carry.
Everyone matters.
Coach Krasansky showing you how much he loves you and how much he appreciates everything you've done for him these last few years.
That run resulted in no gain as we hit 4 minutes left in the game. Second down goal at the 4. And the Billies break the huddle. And it's going to be a 4-wide set. And Maher's going to be the only back. Clifford will send a man in motion. That's Ahmad. And they're going to, no, it's a fake. And Clifford will, I believe he breaks the, no, he's going to be short of the goal line. I thought maybe he broke the plane. Clifford did score the Billies touchdown earlier in the first quarter.
So they're going to spot that, I think, just inside the 1 or maybe just at the 1.
Probably
Norm.
the 6-inch line.
Yeah, just inside the 1 for Will South. So 3rd and goal here now.
3rd and goal inside the 1. I wouldn't be surprised here if they just let Clifford take the snap and try to dive with the ball and let it cross the plane.
I'd love to see them hand the ball off to Ostrowski here. I don't see him on the field, but I would love it if Ostrowski came out and got a carry in his final game here for the Billies. That'd be pretty cool.
It looks like there's one guy coming in I see is Miles Graves, number 44, tight end defensive end. A sophomore on the team. It's going to be a 3rd down goal at the 1. Probably in as an extra back. Here's a step to Clifford. No, it's going to be a jump ball pass and incomplete. And that was intended for Zach Sutton, that little jump pass that is used a lot on trick plays with running backs, wide receivers. Even Dontari Poe did it sometimes. But it's going to be 4th down and goal at the 1. And you bet they're going to go for it here. Try to get another touchdown.
So the Billies looking at 4th and goal here, under 2:43 to go.
4th and goal at the 1.
See if they can punch it in here one more time on the season before
Once again, Graves in as the extra back. Here's a snap, and he's going to keep it this time, and Clifford's in the end zone for his second rush touchdown in the game. He'll make it 57-13 with 2:40 left in the game. And why not try go for two? Make it 42-point game, 57-15.
And there is a player down. That's the unfortunate thing there for the Billies. A player is down right now, and they're looking at his. Well, why don't we take a break here?
Yes.
And we'll be back after a few moments. You're watching on WNYathletics.com.
I love being home.
We realize now more than ever is the perfect time to have the perfect house. We're confident we'll find your dream home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for any...
At Cairo First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Cairo First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Cairo First has been taking care of my back needs for the past.
And we're about to get back into action here. The player that was down for the Billies was number 3, Jeremy Matute. But here comes the extra point attempt by Voyer. Kick on the way, and that's right down Broadway. Makes it 57-14 with 2:40 left in the game. And that's only the second time the Red Raiders have allowed an opposing team to score double digits this year. The other team was Kenmore West. And with that touchdown, we're going to take a quick break.
At Cairo First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Cairo First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Cairo First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction. I've had the massage done.
And the Billies are about ready to kick the ball back off to the Red Raiders unless they want to try an onside kick here. But here comes the boot, and they're just going to kick it deep, and that's a beauty. That's going to roll into the end zone for a touchback. I wonder if he's got some soccer experience in him. That kickoff by Max Voyer.
I thought Navarro was going to play. It looked, and then psych. Navarro got out of the way and let it roll into the end zone.
That's something we're seeing less and less of in football is kick returns. It's like, return the ball.
So the Red Raiders will have the ball at the 40. Excuse me,
Not the 20.
sorry, at the 20.
If the kickoff's out of bounds, it'd be at the 40.
Yep, 2:35, and it's rolling down. So this probably will take us to the end of the game.
And we're seeing a completely different lineup here. Looks like Melendez is going to come in at quarterback. Usually when they throw him in at garbage time, they just have him do quarterback draws, quarterback sweeps, keepers, bootlegs, things of that nature. And Melendez in place for Drake, who had a phenomenal game, 2 touchdown passes. Here's a snap, and it's going to be a handoff on the play. And tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like it'll be about a 2-yard loss, and the handoff, it looked like it was to Dan O'Brien, number 18. Under 2 minutes left in the game, score 57-14. And once again, just the second time Jamestown's allowed double figures in points in the game. The other one was against Kenmore West. And this is going to be a handoff once again. And breaking to near the center of the field, past the 30, and more than enough for the first down. That run by Devin Anderson, number 42, making the most of his carry. And we're about to hit 90 seconds left in the game. Once again, Jamestown Red Raiders, they will be back here next Friday to host South Park, who just pulled off the 20-19 win over Grand Island. Once again, I will be on call for that game, probably either with Jake Fyock or, once again, with Frank. We'll just have to wait and see what happens for that. Even so, I'm anticipating a really good game. It's going to be a first down for Jamestown. Just wait. And the clock's going to start running. And the ball's spot at the 21. It's going to be a second down and 10. And it's going to be a give once again. And breaking it through the 30. Pounding the rock to the 35. No. We're about to hit 1 minute left in the game. 57-14 the score. And a first down by the Red Raiders as we hit the 1 minute mark. And the Jamestown offense getting ready to run the next play. The good thing, though, for the Billies is they ended the game on a very positive note, getting that touch on by Clifford. And it's going to be another handoff. It's stopped behind the line. That run, once again, by Dan O'Brien. It looks like they're just going to let the clock run out. Maybe another handoff or put the knee to the turf. Even so, South Park will be at Strider Field next Friday. It'll probably be a keeper here by Melendez. Nope, it's going to be a handoff, and the handoff is to Anderson. And he'll get it to about the 35-yard line. And that will be the last play of the game. Your final score, the Jamestown Red Raiders 57 and the Williams South Billies 14. Jamestown will be taking on South Park High School next week right here at Strider Field for the final game of the 2021 season. Jalen Butera, though he only played the first half, but 262 scrimmage yards and 5 touchdowns all in the first half and didn't even play in the second half. Jamestown bumps their record up to 6-0, 57-14 once again the final score, and we'll be back here next week for when Jamestown takes on South Park.
Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning into our broadcast. Looking forward to seeing you all here next week back on WNY Athletics, where the Jamestown Red Raiders will take on the South Park Sparks for the Section 6 Class A title. Thank you very much to Jeremy Becker on producing, Sean Kilmartin on camera. For Norm Rodriguez, I'm Frank Wolf. See you next week. Have a good night, everybody.